All right, I gotta take the mini excavator, put the mulcher on it this weekend because I was gonna do some mulching, but I got a phone call saying they are ready to finally put the power in for the cabin. So I've actually got to run the power line from the transformer there all the way down here, all the way to the new farm, and then it's 1,600 feet from there all the way back to the cabin. And I talked them into letting me dig it, and therefore it is free to install. So I've got a lot of trenching to do. I actually need the mini excavator at work this week, so I'm gonna go take the mulcher off and start digging a little bit of trench. And I guess this weekend I'm going to be trenching my life away. Well, I went and got the little baby bucket. So power's got to come from way up there all the way down over here by the gray pipe, around, come here in front of the D6, and I've took the lawnmower and mowed an area right here. I'm gonna run it all the way down beside the road. I thought about running it on this side of the road, but I would have to cross over the road twice, and one down here and then one down there, and I've got fabric and everything in it. So I was like, you know what, I'm never gonna put anything right here on the edge of the road, so I'm going to just put it on this side of the path right here. That way it just goes straight all the way down there to the cabin. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do. I got about an hour or so today, so I'm gonna get a head start and just kind of see how much I can dig, and just leave it stockpiled for this weekend when I have time to finish digging it all. Well, that's gonna be a wrap for this evening. Started getting some trench dug here. It's got to be 3 feet deep. I didn't measure it, and that's about 3 feet deep, maybe a touch more. Got a little groundwater coming in, so hopefully nothing caves in. This dirt's pretty gooey, so hopefully it'll stay put. But I got about probably 200 foot dug in an hour, so that's a good solid 8 hours of non-stop digging. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me. Probably a little bit more because I got some utilities to dig around up there, but at least I know about how long it'll take to dig this. I was figuring about 250 to 300 foot an hour, but when I dig that, normally when I'm digging, I use like the 18-inch bucket. You can dig faster with it because you end up spending more time digging or knocking dirt out of that when it gets stuck in there. But you know, that would have been 50% more dirt I'd have to dig out, and I'm trying not to get it all into the hayfield. So yep, it'll work. Well, the good thing is there's groundwater. Look at that crook in the ditch where Garrett started. Look how straight this ditch was, and then Garrett started, and it's just like he didn't have his ice cream. I mean, I think that's what it was. He's low on sugar. But power in 2 days, 1,600 feet of ditch to dig, and yeah, we're making progress. Let's go down here and see what it looks like. He's doing a good job. Everything's lining up pretty much where I want it to. You know that's bothering him when he's looking at that ditch and it's just not perfectly straight. I mean, that would bother me too, like the point where I almost need to fill it in and start over again. It'd probably be best, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Man on a mission.
He's not gonna want to go get ice cream or dinner until this is done.
Just keep digging?
Yeah.
That's fine, we'll go get ice cream. I've spent so much time in that little thing, it's perfectly fine to watch somebody else dig. But this is like some of the best like dirt for pond dams. See how mushy it gets?
Yeah, yeah.
Water does not go through that. It comes out of it, but that's the reason it's so wet, is the topsoil drains to it, and it can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
So like it just, when it's really wet, it's just like pure soup. The top 12 inches it just liquefies it. Well, still got another 500 feet or so to go. All right, time to get started this morning. I still probably have a good 1,100 feet or so of trench to dig. I got a lot of groundwater, had some rain last night. I got the pump set up, and it is time to start it up. Let's see, fuel on. Get the pumping, got a little dewatering to do. Been a while since I've used that pump, so. I gotta prime it a little better, something sucking air. Well, no pumping today. Whoever I let use this pump last must have let it run out of water or something. They burnt the seal up it, and it's just gushing water out as fast as you can prime it. So I don't know, she's burnt up, so I'm just gonna have to keep digging without a pump. Whatever, I don't have time to keep digging with this. I'm getting tired of digging. I started down there where my truck is 3.5 hours ago. I made it all the way to here and I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the transformer at. Was going to put it on the other side of that tree, but I got my septic tank that's coming out right here and I'm trying not to dig the roots up too much, but I want it hidden over here as much as possible, so I think I'm going to put it right here and I'll just push this crap out of the way for now. Probably set the box somewhere in here-ish. That way the power can come right directly through here and then go straight out to there. And that leaves me all that open for my septic. That way I'm only digging this little section right here by the tree. I think that's my game plan. Well, I went out back and got the 3-inch pump since the 2-inch pump does not want to work. And got this pumping out here real quick. Of course, it's starting to rain, which is not great, but can't control the weather. So it looks like I about got as much pumped out as what's going to pump out, and I'll start digging here, working my way back to the transformer. Still got a long ways to go. That's a lot of trench dug from the house all the way to here. I still probably have another 500 or 600 feet to go, so I'm gonna go down here, get the mini excavator, fill it up with fuel again, start digging. I've got all but like 100 feet of trench left. So it's about 1,600 feet of trench dug. And there's a pretty good groundwater problem, if you can see right here. I just brought the 3-inch pump down here. Yes, I know the screen's missing off of it, but I can't find one, but it still sucks. So I'm gonna put that in here, go ahead and prime the pump up. So I got a drain pipe under the road right here. This whole section of field does drain right here, and with the rain coming, I'm gonna leave this one spot closed or not dug right here. That way if it does rain, all this can kind of come through here, and I kind of dammed it up so that it won't run into my trench and drain over here to the pipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump this out for what it's worth and leave the pump down here for tomorrow. There's one high spot somewhere in the ditch that I've got to dig out real quick, and that's fine. That's only about 2 inches deep right there. And we'll go back up there to in front of the house and dig towards the transformer. And we're pumping. Hopefully I'm not sure, well, I know why the water's going back in the pipe. That's because well, it stopped. That's good. It's definitely flowing back this way now. I just get some of that out so it's not so much in the morning. It's like the double-edged sword. Do you want to leave the water in there to kind of help support the trench walls, or keep it pumped out so that it kind of dries everything out? I don't know. That 3-inch pump's the ticket though. And that is a wrap for today to the transformer. This is why you can't trust the locates. Like, I knew it was here, but like they got it painted way over here, and it actually goes way over there. Yeah. All right, so I got the trench dug all the way around, except for there's about 50 feet right there I stopped digging, heading over there to that gate, just because the ground started getting really wet and it was caving in. So I'll just dig that first thing in the morning. But it is dug from here 1,700 feet all the way around to the cabin. Hopefully they come here in the morning and we get some power hooked up. Well, it's time to get started this morning. Let me shut my door so I don't rip it off on the transformer. That would be great. Power people should be here in about 30-45 minutes. So I'm gonna run down here to the couple of pipe crossings I left and dig those out real quick. And then I got this last 50-foot section over here that I need to dig out. It was getting pretty wet yesterday and I felt like it would all collapse overnight, so I just left it well enough alone. So let's head back here to the back by the cabin. Probably got to start up the pump and dig a little bit of dirt out. Got to do a little de-watering this morning. I'll go ahead and dig this section out. Then might have to pump that too. I like watching it just all of a sudden come gushing down this way. Letting the tide out. Power company's here. We got a brand new roll of wire, 2,052 feet. So That should take care of the 1,700 foot long trench, no problem. No splices all the way back. They don't have the transformer, evidently they're on short supply right now, but we're gonna at least get the main wire set and the pad for the transformer to sit on. I just went ahead and took over. Got to get stuff done. So I'm unrolling it. He's pushing it in the trench. It's a pretty nice little swivel thing they got there. It's going a little better now that we got some of the wire off. Before it kept trying to unspool there and get all tangled up, but we got a good little pattern going now. Long ways to go. Getting some miles on the old Mini out here. Definitely some hours. I wanted to go ahead and get the wire put in. That way I can start backfilling. Because with that hurricane coming, storm, whatever it is, we're in like the 5 to 8 inches of rain. I really would like to have all this dirt covered up. That worked out good. He's tickled to death with it. They didn't have to do any of that digging with that little Mini they have. And they did not, transformers are on back order, I guess, or something right now. So they're gonna sit the pad for it, run the wire up, and we may go ahead and run the wire to there. That way everything can kind of settle in and all that. So I'm gonna go put the grading bucket on, start pulling all that dirt back in the trench. And we got a lot of rain coming, so I'm just gonna pull it over there and just leave it high. It'll settle and be all liquidy and it'll dry out. But yeah, I don't have time to sit there and try to pat it all in with a little 12-inch bucket. This is a non-paying job, but it's saving me a lot of money, so gotta look at the bright side. All right, let's go start covering this up. So I did find one thing when I was digging, and that was an old drain tile. Can't remember if I covered that yesterday or not. But I know in the woods way down there, there's a 4-inch pipe that comes out. And they actually got gravel around it and everything. And it appears to be open because the water's flowing into it. So, yeah. Let it drain, let it drain. I was just going to, I'll probably fill in all this right here. I'm gonna get the backhoe and dump a bucket of gravel right there, just so that I don't know where it ends right here, but at least it'll keep flowing because I'm not really too worried about fixing it. Everything drains pretty good. Might be why, but if I dump a big pile of gravel there, it'll kind of filter through it and keep draining it. But then fill all this in, just push that water out into the woods. backfill is definitely going faster. So trying to, as you saw, kind of rake the clay over into the hole, and then the topsoil is under, push it back over, kind of mix it all together. Yes, I'm definitely not packing it in. I'm just putting it all back over top of the trench. It come out of the trench, I'll drive the backhoe up and down it, let all this rain settle it in, come back at the end, grade it out. I'm really not too worried about sitting there trying to pack every little dirt clod back into the hole. So if you put all the dirt that come out of the trench back over top of the trench, eventually it'll be back level. So keep working my way on down here. So I piled it all back into the trench with the grading bucket. Now I'm going to track down here with the track over top of the center of it, pushing it down, and I'll make a couple passes over it, just pack it down, and then I'll let all this rain from the big storm finish settling it out. Then I'll come back in here and grade it all out. I'd rather there be a hump and then it sink down into it than to be like what most people do, is just spread the dirt out everywhere, and then you end up with a mess. So you just track over it like so. That mashes most of it back down in there, and then I let it settle down some more, come back and pull it up again, and just run the ruckus rake over it. Everything will be fine and dandy. Probably drive the backhoe over it. It puts a lot of weight on that little front tire. It normally packs it down pretty good. I gotta go get a scoop of gravel for the that little drain pipe, but I mean, majority of it does go back in the trench pretty good. Well, that's a wrap. It took right at 5 hours to get the power put in and 1,700 foot of trench backfilled. This was all mud, so I just kind of let it do what it's gonna do. Knocked it down, we'll let it rain on it, settle down, come back in here and pull it around and run the ruckus rake over it, and it'll all blend back together. But right now, we've got a week of rain coming. I need to pull this over here and go work on another project this afternoon and try to finish up the horse arena tomorrow before all the rain from that hurricane gets here. So a lot going on, can't stay here and keep trying to make dirt look good. I can worry about that another day.